this is going to give you a hint as well. Mr. Lynn's going to come out and be like, hey, this. Man, this. And we're going to be like, okay, whatever that means. What's up, everybody? Badass Games. Welcome back to King Arthur Project. Today, we're in a level called Guinevere and Lancelot Forbidden Love. Now, at the very beginning of this level, you slide down, and there's a breakaway tile. Just stand there for a little bit, and you'll fall all the way down into the water. Now, there's not much you can do here, so basically, I'll just go ahead and show you around real quick so you get an idea of, where you're at, what you're doing. We got a secret, actually, you can get right off the bat, right inside of there. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is go through this door, which I'll show you how to open in a minute. There's also a gate over there that we're going to open, and there's also another door over here. And if you take a look around, you might notice that there is a jump switch. Well, I actually went the wrong way, so that's fine. I'll show you where the switch is at anyway. The jump switch right here. You can barely see it, but it's there, trust me. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, you want to do is jump in the water and go to open this door. Alright, we're going to get that secret here in a little bit, but this is like one of the first things that we got to do anyway, so we might as well just get it out of the way. Swim under here, and then be careful of the spikes. You have to time your way through them. And then I'm going to go through and collect some of the stuff that's in the water. We have some this life potion, light potion, life and light potion. They sound way too similar. I don't know what the heck. Okay, and over here in this corner, every single corner has something, so make sure you swim around and grab the stuff. We have some and we have the musket ammo. Now the it's kind of been a mystery as to what it's for this early in the game, and I'm going to show you guys what it's for here in this level. This is where we're going to figure it out. So I'm going to swim out real quick only to get some air. What I recommend doing is actually opening the door and then surfacing and then go through and do all that stuff. If you're quick enough, you can get it all done in one breath. So alright, so this is where I'm going to head to. Over here, there is a lever on the door, or I'm sorry, on the side of this pillar. So let's pull this thing, and it's going to raise a pillar in the other room, and I'm going to quickly move my camera out of the way because I need to swim all the way over there. Fortunately, I got the timing correct on the spikes, so I'll swim straight through them, swim to the right as you leave the door, surface, and climb out. Now, you're still being timed, so you got to hurry up. Jump over here, and then onto the pillar that raised. This pillar will lower if you're not quick enough. Let's jump and grab the switch. Oh, you know what? Okay, whew, that was close. Alright, so pulling the lever opens these doors, and we're also going to get some more flyby stuff. Okay, so we got a pretty good picture of what's going on around here as well. We got that lever pulled, and the reason why I didn't pull it the first time is because she threw the flare, so I almost had a flare death moment. But there's also a door over here, but it's kind of important. We can't go through it right now, but it's kind of important to note it because we will be going through there, and we're gonna go actually pull that lever next. But before we go into the gate that we opened, we're gonna go in here and get the secret. So let's hop in here, light a light potion because it's pretty dark, and hop up into this section right here, and then right back here behind this thing there is the secret. Now getting out from this secret is a little bit complicated because you have the spikes there, and if they touch you at all you die. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my game, and this is how I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna walk to this corner that I'm standing in right now, just in front of the slope to the left, and then I'm gonna wait for the spikes to go up right there, and then I'm gonna just pretty much jump to the side and hold the jump button, and she'll land just fine, and you're able to exit. Alright, next, let's continue in through the gate that we opened. There's really not much to do here except to go through these double doors, but there are a lot of different spots you're going to want to take a note of, like this right here and this gate. They showed you that stuff, but there's a lot more that they didn't show you. Before I continue any further, I'm going to take a left into this little cubby right here and pick up some And down in this hallway there's a lot more gates. Now I'm not going to go down there and explore yet. We will go that way eventually. The way we want to go is into this room right here. Let me go ahead and save my game once again. And I'm going to explain this section a little bit. So yeah, you see the spikes there? You cannot stand on those tiles. They will burn you instantly. And obviously same thing with the water. You need to land on those discolored tiles that you see in the water, but they are breakaways, so you got to be quick. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to run and jump onto this tile and then just continue our run and jump pattern over these tiles and onto the final tile right here. And then when you get here, you need to carefully jump and grab this ledge and pull yourself up. Alright, now I made it here. Let's go ahead and flip out of this cubby. And in this little room, we'll find a lever. Now, there's nothing else in this room. Let's pull this thing and pay attention to what it does. It opens a door. We really don't know where that area is, right? It's actually on the other side of that one that I showed you before we came in here. So now that we have that done, like I said, there's nothing else to do in here, so let's go ahead and climb out of this. Find a ladder right here, climb ourselves up to the crawl space above it. Alright, let's do our flippy action. If you're wondering how I do this, I'm in this crouch position and then I just press the sprint button. I'm going to bring the musket out because there is going to be a spider that comes around the corner that we're going to need to blast its face off. There he is. 5 shots from the musket does it. Now be careful, these things can poison you, so you need to know that if you get poisoned, you can die from it, so be careful there. Okay, over here we'll find a switch, but it's blocked by these 2 light pillars. So we're going to have to figure something out in order to pull that thing. Well, continuing through this area, we're going to take a detour to the right here, and we'll find the spikes, okay? Now, be careful as you time yourself through these spikes and land on this spot right here. We find light potion, and what's this? Oh, it is the Morgana's magic wands. This is what the unknown magic material was for. These are the Uzi equivalent in this game. They're pretty awesome looking too, so we just carry these around wherever we go. Amazing. Okay, let's pull this switch. Alright, this is going to lower those light beams in front of the switch. Before I leave, I guess I'll go ahead and point out that there is a door down here. We can't go through it. It's shut. But the lever that we're about to pull is what opens that, so let's go do that and then leave. Now, we can't get back because remember how we got here? We had to jump through all that lava stuff, so we gotta kind of work through this puzzle in order to get back to the main area. Alright, pulling the lever opens the door, so now we just gotta make our way back. Find some walls. Oh, let's get these out. Alright, so be careful as you fall through here. You might want to put your wands away before you fall. You want to grab the ledge. Save some life, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so the door that we saw open a little while ago was that other door that I showed you in this area right here. So let's go through here, and we're going to find this puzzle. Okay, so the door is going to shut behind you, by the way. You're stuck in this room until you figure it out. One thing I do want to point out is you have this tile right here. Remember, that's one of the, I believe, call, or something like that. I forget exactly what it was. But there's a couple videos back where it shows what these tiles do and what the color means. So, alright, so standing here, what you'll see is there's a painting across the room. And if you look straight up, there's also a painting here. But even more importantly, behind each of those paintings is a jump switch. And it doesn't look like you can grab them, but you can. If you stand in the middle of the tile and jump and grab, you'll grab it just fine. So let's pull this thing, and then let's go pull the other one. Alright, here we go. Not quite. It's a little ways up there. There we go. Okay, so it seemingly does nothing. You start seeing steam come from this painting over here that wasn't doing that before. And you really don't need to do this next part, but you can. I'll do it anyway just to show you. What you do is you jump in the water and you stand on this tile and you see Merlin jumping through the painting. He's trying to show you what to do. It's basically what we need to do, but we got to be careful because there's steam. So, like I said, you don't need to actually trigger that animation. You just need to jump through the wall after you pull the levers. Alright, so let's go through here and jump through this thing. Pow! I took a little damage from the steam, that's okay. Light a light potion so we can see what the heck we're doing. And we're going to try to avoid these spikes, but we do want to go through this way because there's some items to pick up. Oh my goodness, I'm going to die if I try anything here. Alright, here we go. Go, Lara, go. Very close, very close. Alright, so turning to the left, this is going to lead to a dead end, but it has some items in there. So let's go grab it. We got some for our wands. And to the right, we have a heal potion. There's still some more stuff in this area. We'll grab that soon. Let's make sure Lara can get out of this. Alright, where that green light source is, that's where you're going to find another light potion. This one looks huge. I don't know if it's because we're crouched, but it's a pretty large pickup there. Okay, so now we can go through the dark. If you want to light a light potion, you just find some walls. Turn to the right, we'll find the exit, actually. So this is where we wanted to be. And in here we'll find this right here, and this is a white cross. Okay, we're gonna need to collect 3 of these things. We have 1 so far. Alright, so by picking that up, it removes the light pillar around this lever. We can pull it, and that's gonna open the trap door in that area where I said we could climb up. So that's our next destination. Let's get in here, let's flip through this stuff. Make sure you stop real quick and turn to the left, because at the end of this, we'll find some more unknown magic materia. Boom. Alright, now we just gotta flip our way out of here, light a few light potions, pretty dark. There we go. And just flip all the way to the end. Turn to the left, and flip our way out of this thing. Alright, I don't need this light potion anymore. Let's get rid of this crap before I get a flare death. And now we want to go over to the ladder on the other side of the room. This is the main area that we entered from, so we just got to go to the other side where we open the gate. Oh, almost. I just found a wall. That's cool. Right here, the ladder. So let's climb ourselves to the top of this thing. We're gonna have to go up and down. There's a lot of backtracking in this level, just so you're aware. Obviously, there's so many different ways we can go, and not all of them are accessible right now, so we gotta keep going back and forth as we open up the access. Let's get our pistols out. That's not what I selected. I just want to shoot this thing and pick up the light potion. Now you need to pick this up in order to open this right here. Now what we need to do is we need to find a jump lever. There's a jump lever in this area right here. This gate will open later. There's a gate on the other side of the room that we're going to open with the jump lever, and the jump lever is right here. Really, really hard to see. In fact, I missed it. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Lara Croft. There we go. Now we can go through these gates since we pulled that jump switch. And in here we'll find another white cross. So we have 2 out of the 3 that we need. Okay, and also on this pedestal we'll find a life potion. By picking up the white cross, we lowered the light pillar so we can pull this lever. And this is going to give us access to another area. Now this entire area looks like it's accessible, and you have those 2 items on the ground, but this torch lights, and you cannot step on anything in that room that has the clear floor. Alright, so leaving that room, I'm going to go to the right. We'll find the opening here, and I'm going to carefully make my way down here, because this is a kind of a long fall. And now we're going to head to that area that we just opened up. But keeping in mind that we're going to probably die a lot, I will save my game before I get there. So right here to the right is where the double doors opened. Let me save my game real quick. And now we want to try to run and jump on here. So this is one of those pixel perfect type jumps where you can't touch any pixel of Lara Croft on the ground, otherwise she catches on fire. So you got to be very careful here. Alright, let's do a run and jump again. Oh man, see, this is a... I don't know. Crazy. Oh, there we go. I think that's it. Run, jump, and grab this once you do that. That is a breakaway tile, so if you miss, like if you jump on that and then jump back, you're stuck. I don't think you can get anywhere. So you have to make it to this point right here. Otherwise, you may have to restart the level or reload your game. Alright, run and jump over to this tile. And then from here, we can jump and grab the monkey bars. But just so you know, on the ground, those 2 items that are burning, I have not found a way to grab those while in this level. So let's jump and grab this, and we're going to make our way over to the jump switch. All the way to the end here. And the only thing that this is going to do is open the door so we can leave this room. And once that's done, and now if you get stuck, you can get up onto the thing. Let me save my game because I haven't actually tried this out after I did it correctly, but you can walk on these tiles and then... it's not working. So there's supposed to be a light pillar right here. I guess if you pull the lever, it's not needed because you can go through the door. But you can get back if you didn't pull that switch. There's a light pillar that will take you up high enough so you can make the jump back. Okay, so in here, there's a bunch of breakaway tiles. What you want to do is you want to stop on the second to the last one and fall through. Okay, but only on this spot. All these other spots, they'll burn you to death because there's a secret right here. Alright, so we got some musket ammo, and we also have this chest right here that has an old castle map. So let's take a look at the map. Really, I'm not going to draw a map for this, but you know, you can use this as a guide to try to show you where stuff is at. So, okay, so next, let's get out of here. But we gotta be careful because, you know, unlike normal spikes, you cannot walk through these ones. As soon as you touch the tile that the spikes are on, you catch on fire. So you have to kind of angle yourself very carefully for this next jump. Then you just do a standing jump up to the breakaway tile and run through the door. And that's it. Now, what has happened since we've done all that is this gate right here has opened, which leads us to the next area. And from here, we'll find this place where we can pull ourselves up. Alright, this is gonna give us access to the next area. A lot of the switches that you need to get into doors are pretty close to the door in this level. There's not a whole lot of, you know, run to the other end of the castle to pull a lever to open a door that's at the far end. So, pull this lever, pull ourselves up. Let's do a flip out of this crawl space and turn this direction. And then before we get into this room, let's go ahead and take out our musket. I think there's a bug where... Oh, I pressed the wrong button here. If you... you can't draw your weapons unless you're standing still. So if you're having an issue drawing your weapon, stand still for a moment, and then you can pull your weapons out. Okay, so this is one of those spiders that can poison you, so be very careful and mindful. He's dead, okay. So that's good. Now the hallway that he came from is dark, but we gotta go in here and pull a lever at the end of it. This is gonna open the gate into the next room. Alright, so here we go. Now, over here is where these red crosses, or I'm sorry, white crosses are going to go. We only have 2 of them, though, so we'll come back and place those later. Right here, on this platform, we'll find a lever that's going to lower a light pillar up above. So we'll go up there now. Basically, just another area has been given access. We've been given access to it. So let's get out of here real quick. Alright, so the place that we have access to now is here at the end of this hall. To the right, we'll find this room. In this room, if you go back this way and behind this pillar, you'll find some unknown magic materia. Let's go ahead and get out some pistols, because we want to break things. Shoot the jar and uncover the lever that we'll pull, and it's going to lower the other light pillar on the other side. And there was also a gate in this room that I didn't show you that we're going to be getting into here shortly. So the light pillar that lowered was this one, so we can now access in here. On the table in this room, we'll find some more unknown magic materia and another breakable jar. So shoot that thing and pick up the musket ammo. Now you have to pick up this musket ammo. It's required. As soon as you pick it up, this tile activates and it opens the gate in the other room that we just came from. So we just got to go back. Like I said, there's a lot of backtracking in this level, so... Now in here, we will go and find the third and final white cross that we need. So now that we have this thing, let's turn around and let's head back downstairs where we were. And essentially it's under this room right here to the right, just down there. And the way to get there is through this gate right here at the end of the hall. Alright, so going the same way we came. We don't need to pull any levers because we already have access to everything. And let's start putting our red crosses into the receptacles. So we gotta place all three of them now. Do a backflip, do a side flip, and then jump forward to the next cross. Use the cross. And each time you use one of the crosses, the light pillar for the next one lowers and you have access to place the crosses. Alright, this is the third and final cross. What's gonna happen? Well, this area looks familiar, right? That's the gate that I said we'd be going through later. Well, it's time to go through there. Be mindful of the blades in the ceiling there. Notice that none of those gates are opening for us, by the way. Alright, that is done. Let's go, and we gotta go back now. We now have access to that gate that's up the ladder, so we just gotta backtrack a little bit again and climb up there. Running to the end of the hall, I'm going to take a left. This is going to lead me back toward the entrance of the area, to the starting place. Through the double doors to the right. And then as soon as you go through here, turn to the right, you'll find the ladder. Let's climb this thing. Alright, once at the top, just leave the room. We don't need to pick up anything. We already have access to everything. And turn to the left, I guess is what I meant. Left, right, whatever. Same difference. Here we go. So be careful of these blades. They're going to fall from the ceiling. And as you approach out here, these ghost knights will come out. I recommend using the wands. They kill these guys really quickly. I've already got one dead, so... Alright, so they're dead, and now what we gotta do is we gotta lower the light pillar there at the end of the hallway. And to do that, back here near this blade, if you take a turn to the left, or to the right if you're facing the other direction, you'll find the lever. Just that easy. Alright, let's go through here now. And then we have this door that's not open. It's not gonna open for us. We gotta solve a puzzle. And it shouldn't be too hard. You have a movable object right there, and you have a special tile right there. It's just that easy. So let's go ahead and get this thing in a position. This seems to be one of the more easier levels of the game. It's also one of the shorter ones. Like I've only been playing for about half an hour, so yeah, it's pretty short compared to the other levels. Now, that said, this is actually still longer than a typical official release Tomb Raider level. Alright, let's get this thing right into position here. And finally the gate opens for us. Now I'm not... I don't know what these are for right here. We may see something about that later in the game. Alright, now we're in here. We finally get a checkpoint, by the way. This is the only checkpoint that... this is only the time you start getting checkpoints. Which is interesting because this is near the end of the level, actually. Now, in order to open the next gate, you just need to step on each one of these special tiles. And then it opens, and now we have access into this section. Some more of these dudes, so let's get our wands out. Blast them in the chest. Alright, the job is done. Now, for this area, let's take a look around. We got a couple things we want to take note of. We have a lever here that has a special symbol around it. Over here we have a receptacle for a white cross. Alright, right here we have a receptacle for something else. And right here we have a table that's empty. And up there we have a jump lever. So this is what we need to pull out of all this stuff that I just mentioned. And this is going to open up a bookshelf. Alright, right there's also a light pillar that we can't get through right now. But this bookshelf was shut before. We can go in here finally and pick up... What is this? It is the Summon Lancelot. Alright. So if you're familiar with the other levels, then you may know where this goes already. I'll go ahead and shoot this jar out. Not really necessary, but one thing I do want to mention while we're in here is that there is this gate right there. Okay, and that's going to lead to a secret. It's not required to go through there. Okay, with the Summon Lancelot, it easily just goes right here. So let's go ahead and put it in here and let's prepare ourselves for some explosions. Yeah, Lancelot's looking kind of naked these days. Alright, on the table, we spawned a white cross. That white cross is going to go, you guessed it, right here. So let's go ahead and throw this right there. And then this is going to lower the light beam that was preventing us from getting into this room on the left. And inside of here, we'll find a ruby gem. This is going to open up one of the final doors we need to go into. Alright, so let's go here, and we need to... We actually don't need to pull this lever, it's for a secret, but let's pull it for now. Okay, and we see that gate open, not too sure where it's at, unless you have some keen sense of position. Alright, here we go. So, now we're going to get the secret, and we're going to finally pull this lever over here that has the symbol around it. This is a timed lever, so as soon as you pull this, you need to jump and turn around, and you need to head back behind the bookcase. Alright? The lever that I just pulled just now opens the gate right here, and this is a timed gate, so if this is still shut, go back and pull the lever, and eventually you'll make it. Okay, so be careful through here. Whoa, I almost died. You see that? Let's sprint our way through the end here. There's more spikes, but if you sprint, you make it fine. You make it through just fine. I'll go ahead and save my game. This is the gate that we opened, after we picked up the ruby gem, we pulled that lever that you didn't need to pull. That's how I opened the gate. So here's the secret. Just has some musket ammo. Let's go ahead and get back to the other place. We still have another secret that we need to grab, so be mindful of that. Let's make it through the spikes and just go ahead and start leaving. Okay, we have the ruby gem, and we opened up the gate near the ladder that we've been climbing up and down. So we're at the top of that ladder right now. We just got to go to the end, to the bottom of it, and we'll be able to find that gate. Okay, so just making our way back. Be careful as you go through this hallway once again, because the blades can chop your neck off. Alright, and they also have some sort of teleportation power. It's pretty crazy. Looks like I went the wrong way, so we gotta be on the left side of this thing. Right here. This is the way we came. Now once again, be careful as you go down this, so I'm gonna go backwards. Sweet. Now, I'm going to enter this room, and we gotta solve this last puzzle. Once again, there's a checkpoint. And it doesn't matter what order you do this in, but I will show you what you need to do. So this one, if you look up at the ceiling, needs to go underneath that special tile. And then there's 4, well, you can only see 3 right now, but there's 4 of these other ones that need to go underneath that on the ceiling. And the tops of those movable things have pictures that coincide with the picture on the ceiling, so they have to go in a particular order. Fortunately, it's not hard to do that. They're already in the position to easily be moved into the proper location. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so the first one that we want to move, not that you really have to do it, is this one right here. Because there are some light pillars right now that are blocking you from being able to put up some of these other ones into position. Well, if you move this one into position, those light pillars lower and you can complete the puzzle. There are some pickups in here as well that I will need to grab. So let me get this into position real quick. And then I'll go grab this stuff. So the first item is right here. Be careful because of the spikes, right? You're protected right here though, so you can easily and safely stand right here. Grab the life potion, and then you want to fall right here into this corner. And careful now. Pick up the light potion. And let's go ahead and climb out of this thing. Alright, let's push this thing into position. And we'll lower our pillars. Alright, so this one is also pretty well lined up, so all we gotta do is just push it twice. We'll pull it once, push it one more time. You get the idea, I think. Alright, so I'm just gonna go around, being mindful of the spikes. I don't want to die. And we'll push this into its final place. You'll know when you get into the correct position because the heart will appear above it. Alright, this one's a little bit longer. We gotta pull it and then push it again. Alright. Push it here, and then we gotta get on the other side. Fortunately, we have the tile there to just get this into position. Now, the fourth one is right there, just to my left. And as soon as we push this one into position, it will raise up, and all we gotta do is push it into this final location, and we'll be done with the puzzle. Once we have all of these in position and lined up, we get some electricity thing going on. This is going to open up this final door right here, essentially, is what's happening right there. And we've pretty much fully explored this level. There's not much else to say about it, but we do want to take our ruby gem and place it on the receptacle. Over here in this room, there are some pickups, and we need to go in there, I believe, in order to open the door that's directly in front of Lara. So the door doesn't open, but this one does. We just got to go in here and get some pickups. So this guy, whoever developed this level, they really want you to, you know, pick up some stuff. There's been, like, 3? I think there's 3 forced pickups. So let's listen. Well, maybe not. So essentially what it looked like was I stepped on all these colorful tiles, and then I stepped on the center one. Maybe maybe you just gotta step on the center one, I'm not sure. But in either case, you do open the door by going in that room. And then as you go through here, this gate to the right opens. Make sure you go in here because you're gonna want to get the greave right there. It's the final secret of the level. And we almost have our armor complete, I believe. We'll take a look at what I have after I pick it up. But if you'll notice, there are some pickups around here. We got some normal ammo and some unknown magic materia. We'll grab the greave, get our all secrets cleared emblem, and let's take a look at what we have when it comes to armor. We've collected quite a bit so far. we have the chest, we have the helmet, we have the left greave, we have the right greave. So we need the gauntlets. I'm not sure if there's some sort of, you know, chassis or whatever for the lower torso. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is going to be the end of this level. As soon as you walk into this red beam, that is the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I'm Badass Games, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.